Good morning, my dear children. Hope you all are hale and hearty and following the instructions issued by the Government of India and strictly adhering to the guidelines. We are almost moving towards lockdown 4, and most probably lockdown 4 has to happen. This new way of life with lockdown has to be accepted, adapted, and adjusted by us. I have a request, please adapt yourself to this new way of life. And since you all are board appearing children, it is my honest request that you should spend at least your school timing hours from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. in studies. Do not divert yourself with any other activity during this time period which you used to spend in school from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Stick to it and devote it in studies. Regular practice of my subject accountancy is very important. I hope you know the importance. This is a concept based subject. If you do not practice, you will lag behind. And everyone should today be in a level that you are supposed to understand the two steps which we have discussed earlier, and the third step, revaluation of assets and liabilities, which we discussed in the previous class. Based on those three steps discussed, that is change in profit sharing ratio, then accounting treatment of goodwill, and revaluation of assets and liabilities, today I'm explaining you a complete question which will also include the next three steps, that is bank account, partners capital account, and the balance sheet of the new firm. So here is the question, and this says accounting treatment at the time of admission of a new partner with all six steps included, which we have discussed in the beginning of this chapter, admission of a partner. The question says Amit and Bhola were partners in a firm sharing profits and losses equally. On 31st March 2020, the balance sheet of Amit and Bhola stands like this. With the liabilities and the assets, there are adjustments mentioned here. Now, this is new for you. You haven't done anything like this in the previous chapter. Take care. On 1st April 2020, they admitted Charu as a new partner for one-third share in the profits on the following conditions. Number one, Charu will bring rupees 3 lakh as a capital and 50,000 as a share for premium for goodwill. Number two, debtors to the extent of rupees 5,000 were unrecorded. Number three, furniture will be reduced by 10%. Value of land and building will be appreciated by 20%. And sundry creditors to the extent of rupees 8,000 rupees were unrecorded. Now the question says prepare revaluation account, partners capital account, bank account, and the balance sheet of the new firm. So this is your question with the balance sheet. To old partners Amit and Bhola, these are the adjustment on the date of admission of a new partner Charu. So this is a complete question for examination and you have to practice it. Now I'll teach you the approach by which you can complete a question, and you should be very carefully listening to it. So here I go. So before we start making revaluation account, partners capital account, bank account, and balance sheet of the new firm, here are the important steps to be taken care of. Remember, accounting treatment for admission of a new partner, step 1 is change in profit sharing ratio. So first thing is we are going to calculate the new ratio and sacrificing ratio of the firm, and for that, from the question, old ratio of Ravi and Bhola, old partners, is 1:1. Charu, coming as new partner, has a share of 1 by 3. Therefore, remaining share will be 1 minus 1 by 3, which is equal to 2 by 3. I hope this is clear. Now, with this 2 by 3 remaining share, we will find out the new share of Ravi and Bhola, the old partners. So, Ravi's new share will be 2 by 3, the remaining multiplied by 1 by 2, which is equal to 2 by 6. Bhola's new share will be same, 2 by 3 into 1 by 2, which is equal to 2 by 6. Therefore, the sacrificing ratio of Ravi and Bhola is 1:1, because the formula goes sacrificing ratio is equal to old ratio minus new ratio. The old ratio is 1 by 2 for Bhola as well as Ravi. We will subtract the new share 2 by 6, 2 by 6, and we arrive at 1 by 6 and 1 by 6. Denominator being equal, the sacrificing ratio of Ravi and Bhola is 1:1, which they are going to utilize it in the second step of goodwill treatment. So I hope this first step of calculating sacrificing ratio is equal. Let's move with the second step, which is accounting treatment of goodwill. Now, according to question, the new partner Charu is bringing 50,000 as the premium for goodwill. And since the sacrificing ratio between Ravi and Bhola is 1:1, we have to take this into account. So I'm writing entries, although the question is not asking you to do entries. But when you're practicing full question, please make it a habit that you write at least the entry for the capital brought by the new partner and the share of premium for goodwill of the new partner. And this question, it was silent regarding the treatment of premium. That means it is premium brought in cash and retained in the business. If you remember those treatments and the cases of goodwill which we have discussed in the previous classes. So the entry goes bank account debit to Bhola's capital account, which is 3 lakh, and premium for goodwill account, which is 50,000. So new partner Bhola is bringing 3 lakh as capital and also 50,000 as premium for goodwill, which is equal to 3,50,000. Then this premium for goodwill is distributed between the two partners Amit and Bhola. 25,000, 25,000, because the sacrificing ratio was equal. Children, there's one small error. Please make this rectification that this is not Bhola, this has to be Charu's capital. I repeat, it has to be Charu's capital because the name of the new partner is Charu. This is a typing error. So the entry is bank account debit 3,50,000 to Charu's capital account to premium for goodwill account. Bhola is not the new partner. So please rectify this when you note down in copy. Instead of Bhola, you will write this as Charu. So we are done with two steps, that is calculation of sacrificing ratio and distributing the premium brought by the new partner Charu in the sacrificing ratio between the two sacrificing partners Amit and Bhola. We are going with step 3. Now step 3 is revaluation account, which we have discussed in previous class. We have talked in detail about revaluation of assets and reassessment of liabilities. Based on that discussion, here is revaluation account. The first posting on the revaluation account, according to the adjustments given in the question, is debiting furniture account because the furniture value is reducing by 11,000. This you have to connect with the question. On the screen, I cannot show you question again. If you read the question, furniture is reducing by rupees 11,000. Whereas sundry creditors is increasing by rupees 8,000 according to the question. Then debtors which were unrecorded are now being recorded by rupees 5,000, and land and building is being appreciated by this amount 62,000. All these four treatment is coming from the question, the adjustments of the question. Based on this, we have done the posting. Now see the entries. This is the posting and revaluation account. The journal entry becomes revaluation account debit to furniture account 11,000 to sundry creditors account 8,000. The first journal entry related to revaluation. The second entry would be debtors account debit 5,000, land and building account debit 62,000 to revaluation account. So this will be the second entry. Two entries. Then we will do the totaling and balancing. This is giving credit side more than the debit side, so this is 48,000 revaluation profit, and this will be transferred to old partner Amit and Bhola in their old ratio, which is equal. So 48,000 gets distributed between two old partners, 24,000, 24,000 each. This also has a journal entry. What is the journal entry? Revaluation account debit to Amit's capital account 24,000, to Bhola's capital account 24,000, and 48,000 will be debited to revaluation account. Based on those entries, this is revaluation account. I hope this is clear. One more reminder, I've told you in previous class that the revaluation profit is to be distributed only among old partners. New partner has no share in revaluation profit. This has to be understood very clearly. Step 3 done. We are moving with step 4. Step 4 is about partners capital account. This you have learned in previous chapter. So how do you start a partners capital account? You start it by writing the balance BD, that means the capital of the old partners. I repeat, by balance BD, capital of the old partners. So Amit's capital 2,50,000, Bhola's capital 2,16,000 is given in the balance sheet. So these two figures are coming from the balance sheet, the capital of the old partner Amit and Bhola. Then remember, in the second step, we have passed the journal entry bank account debit to Charu's capital account. So Charu's capital account is posted here by bank 3 lakh. It will be a good habit if you put a dash here in the first line, because first partner Charu is not an old partner, and in the second line you put a dash here so that you know that you don't have to write for the old partner. This is based on that entry bank account to Charu's capital, so it goes only to Charu's column. Now remember, we have distributed the premium for goodwill among the sacrificing partner Amit and Bhola. Yes, the entry was premium for goodwill account debit to Amit's capital to Bhola's capital. Based on that entry, you have this posting by premium for goodwill, 25,000 for Amit and 25,000 for Bhola. And the last posting in the revaluation account should be for revaluation profit, which is coming from here. This profit has to be transferred to the credit side of partners capital. So here is by revaluation account. In bracket, to remember, you should write profit initially. Later on you will learn this. So this 24,000 is written in their column, 24,000. Finally, all the postings in the partners capital account is done. Do the totaling for all three partners. There is no posting on the debit side, so the same total being written here. The balance sheet is also same, 299, 265 and 3 lakh. There is no posting according to the question adjustments on the debit side. So the total and the balance CD is same. This balance CD becomes the capital of three partners Amit, Bhola and Charu. And you know where this will go? This will go in the balance sheet on the liability side as capital of the three partners. I am sure you have understood this small partners capital account with the postings done on the credit side as well as debit side. Let's move ahead with the next step, that means step number 5. So here is step number 5, which is bank account. Bank account you have learned in class 11, chapter cash book, cash column, bank column. This is only bank account. So here comes a bank account, which is a ledger, and on the debit side, the first thing you're going to write is balance BD. That means the balance given for bank in your balance sheet asset side. So this 30,000 is coming from balance sheet. Therefore, we are writing it as balance BD. Remember the entry for capital brought by Charu and premium for goodwill? Which account have we debited that time? The entry was bank account debit to Charu's capital account to premium for goodwill account. Based on that entry in step 2, these two postings are done here, to Charu's capital to premium for goodwill. 3 lakh is the capital and 50,000 is premium for goodwill. And that is what is all about bank account. There is no withdrawal in this question. From no other source the money is coming except from the partner Charu for capital and premium. So we do the totaling, it becomes 380. Same total is written here, 3,80,000, and the balance CD of bank account becomes 3,80,000 because there is no posting on the credit side. Now this balance CD is the bank balance after Charu's admission, and you know where it is going to go? It is going in the balance sheet on the asset side, 380. So can you see this? 380. This is coming here, 380. And here we are ready to make the final reconstituted balance sheet of the three partner after Charu's admission. This is our last step, step number 6. Balance sheet of Amit, Bhola and Charu as at 31st March 2020. I think we should make it 1st April instead of 31st March, because I remember in the question it was written as 1st April. So this should be 1st April. Please rectify this when you do it in copy. Do not write 31st March, write 1st April 2020. Please take care of these small errors coming from my side. Children, this is typing error. Please ignore this. Liability side, we should go to the balance sheet of the question, and there we should check what all the items are given. So creditors was given there as 1,12,000. Since there is no change in the revaluation account for creditors, we will simply copy it from the balance sheet. So where is this 1,12,000 creditors coming from? It is coming from your question given in the balance sheet, where creditors was appearing at 1,12,000, and we copy the same amount. The capitals coming here is from capital account balance CD. I'm trying to show you. I already told you when we were doing this that this is coming from your, yes, here it is. See, you can see this Amit, Bhola and Charu, the three amount. This is the capital which will be transferred to balance sheet on the liability side, which I already specified that time, and see the amount coming here and the total written outside. Cash at bank, just now I told you this is coming 380 because it changed after Charu's admission. There was no change in bills receivable, so it is copied from the question balance sheet. Debtors were unrecorded, it was recorded in the revaluation account. It was not there previously in the question, so it is recorded. That means it is coming as an asset. There were some changes in these two assets, furniture and land and building. Let us see that. Yes, furniture reduced by 11,000. Let's see what was the amount in the question in the balance sheet. Let us see this. Yes. Furniture is at 1,10,000 and building is at 3,10,000. One has decreased, one has increased in the question. See here, furniture will be reduced by 10%. Value of land and building will be increased or appreciated. So we have to check the revaluation account, and accordingly, whatever changes were there in revaluation account, we have to incorporate it in the new balance sheet. So 11,000 is added, subtracted from the furniture of the balance sheet question, and 62,000 is added to the building given in the asset side of the balance sheet, and that changes are shown here finally in our new balance sheet. So this is furniture which is reduced from 1,10,000 minus 11,099, and building has added 62,000 there. It becomes 372. And finally, you have to do the totaling, which is coming 9,76,000 for both sides. That is assets as well as liabilities. This is assets, this is liabilities, and that completes your full question with all 6 steps included. Please take care of this, understand it first, step by step move, and write all the steps in your copy for this question, which I've tried to make it simple for you by writing down everything in its solution. You must see the question here, then the first step, if you can see here, all calculation of ratios, finally arriving at sacrificing ratio. Then your step 2 is coming here, which is regarding the treatment of capital and premium brought by the new partner Charu, distribution of premium and sacrificing ratio. Step 3 is all about revaluation account. Step 4 is all about partners capital account. And finally, step 5 is bank account. And then step 6 is the new balance sheet of all three partners. And this is a full question. You must take care of it, understand, and then copy it down in your notebook. I hope you have understood. And almost a similar treatment question I have attached in this video. This is your self-assessment question coming from the book itself. I have simply clicked and attached. This is one more question which you are doing going to do with all those 6 steps which we have discussed just now. This is your homework. Children, please understand the previous example I did, note it down in copy, and follow the same step for this question and complete it. Thank you. I hope you have understood all the 6 steps, and this is going to be a very interesting area of solution in this chapter, admission of partner. All the best. Keep working hard, practice regularly, and do not leave any stone unturned to put your best efforts to come out successfully. This is going to be very, very challenging for you. Thank you.